Deciding to go on the medical mission trip was one of the best decisions I could have made for my personal, professional, and spiritual growth. It allowed me the opportunity to practice my clinical skills, taking histories and physicals for one of the first times on my own, which helped me build confidence and helped me tremendously when I took the OSCEs just a week after the trip. It also allowed me to connect with a very strong faith community, and sharing perspectives with them helped me strengthen my own relationship with God. I also was very grateful for just the opportunity to have time and space for reflection, which is something that can be really difficult to prioritize amidst the busyness of medical school. Overall, it was just an incredible opportunity for growth, and it really uplifted my spirit and strengthened my vocation in medical service.
One of my favorite memories from the El Paso trip was going on a hike early in the morning with everyone that went on the trip that wanted to go and see the sunrise on top of the mountains in El Paso. Hiking up and down that mountain really encouraged community building and different friendships. We also had different activities after the end of the clinic day where we would play games with each other, we would eat with each other, and we would really communicate about what we've learned so far, some of the hardships that we faced, and the people that we've helped. After the trip, I realized that I was able to apply what I've learned during the trip into everyday life as well as the field of medicine. One of these things is spiritual care, as well as the holistic care of a person, to understand a person as well as their background, their circumstances, and how they are doing spiritually is extremely important in the care of a person. And the school gives you a lot of different opportunities to apply the history and the physical exam. And during the trip, what we've learned from that spiritual care aspect can tie into the history of a patient. One of the things that I was able to learn from the El Paso mission trip and apply to seeing patients afterwards was learning about the whole person care aspect. And this includes spiritual care and asking spiritual questions for the patients, as well as understanding the patient's environment and circumstances, as well as their background, to really get to know the patient better for who they are. And I feel like after the trip, coming back to school, we were able to apply these skills that we've learned at the El Paso mission trip into history taking and really getting to know these patients. One of my favorite memories on the El Paso mission trip was being able to hike up Franklin Mountain State Park. A lot of us went up there one morning in the middle of the week and we were able to see the sunrise. We all sat with each other, we climbed with each other, and we were able to talk with each other as we climbed up and down the mountain. One of my favorite memories at the El Paso mission trip was being able to hike the Franklin Mountains with my classmates, with the different physicians that were there, and the community that we were surrounded by in El Paso. We were able to see the sunrise that morning, and it really reminded me of the Whole Person Care Conference really helped me prepare to serve in El Paso as part of the medical missions trip, because we learned about the spiritual history. In order to really get to know a patient holistically, it's more than just the patient's physical health, but it's also their emotional and their spiritual health. And the El Paso medical missions trip gave me an opportunity to use what we learned, to ask deeper questions, to ask about their spiritual health, and to ask about their spiritual well-being, as well as the communities that they are a part of. The Whole Person Care Conference prepared me for the El Paso mission trip by talking about the spiritual history. By using the spiritual history in El Paso, I was able to understand a patient's needs beyond just their physical needs. It opened doors to conversations about spirituality and faith, and allowed both me and the patient to share about our values that are present all the time in our lives. The most impactful memory for me from this year's SCF mission trip in El Paso was watching everybody around me serve with a loving heart. Watching the physicians, the other students, Stan and Karen, everybody around us being able to display God's love for us and how we can display it for other people was extremely encouraging. I encourage everyone to come to the SCF medical mission trip because it's an opportunity to serve, to love, and to learn. You can learn from your mentors and the other physicians that will be taking the charge. You can serve from the entire community, people that really need your help, people that are open to learning more about God, and you can love by serving them. So, okay, sorry, Stan. I think I need to